amazing.
Thank you so much, Katie. It was wonderful. Up next, we have Abe Louise Young. She is an independent writer, educator, and social justice activist. Her work has won a Grolier Poetry Prize, the Hawaii Review's Nell Althusser Award, a Narrative Magazine Story Prize, and the Academy of American Poets Prize. Her writing is forthcoming or has appeared in The Nation, Witness, New Letters, Feminist Wire, and many other journals. She's the author of 2 chapbooks of poetry, Heaven to Me and Ammonite. A lifelong social justice advocate, she's also the author and editor of numerous guides, including Queer Youth Advice for Educators, How to Respect and Protect Your LGBTQ Students, Hip Deep, Opinions, Essays, and Vision from American Teenagers, and an archive of oral histories from Hurricane Katrina survivors, Alive in Truth, the New Orleans Disaster Oral History Project. Young earned an MFA in creative writing from the University of Texas at Austin, where she was a James Michener Fellow, and holds a BA from Smith College. Abe Louise.
Women's College in the house. Woohoo! We have Mount Holyoke, Smith, and Mills in this room tonight.
Cohen College, we were in college till the 60s.
Which one was?
Connecticut College.
Connecticut College,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, in honor of Emily's collection of poems, I want to read a poem called I Like Poems. I like poems made in places where moisture gathers, where people fear they smell like sweat fermenting. Poems that hide in those folds of skin that have to be lifted up to be washed beneath. I like poems with humble addresses, where a family waits at the bus stop, where an IV needle enters an arm, where an apple fritter cools in a napkin, where a mouse nests beneath the bush. I like metaphors that help each other, surmount cliché by mating consensually. I like metaphors that seek new metaphors to join their union and uphold collective bargaining. I like a poem with a single feeling growing stronger or stranger word by word. I like a poem for justice, plainly read outside the prison into a megaphone. A poem that considers who owns the prison, why the prison is full, and whose bodies it is full of, offers thanks for their survival. I like a simple syntax that pulls a feeling with 2 oars and 2 strokes of daring through the waters of the unsaid. I haven't got time to wait. I'm in a hot climate where ice melts instantly. Mildew grows even on our songs if we pause too long. I need a poem that works like a midwife who brings all she needs in the back of her truck. A poem that works quickly with no extra tools or instructions. It may be that I'm just a tired woman, tired of talking, walking in circles in a colonized country, and trying to live without causing harm, which is impossible to do. And this one is, and this is a bit of a nasty one, called Little Big Bang, and it's a short hymn to female divinity. Little Big Bang. God was one and then got lonely and wanted to know herself. So she split into the Big Bang. She scattered everywhere in a billion bits. She made love with Kali and Uranus, became grasshoppers and dinosaurs, plastic and cancer cells, dogs and dog shit. She evolved and moved through every living thing, and then she went around asking, "Are you me? Are you me?" When she asked this morning, though I felt like a wretched mess, I had to answer honestly, "Yes, Mother, yes." Emily asked me to read a poem called The Last Vagina, which I actually don't have the most current version of, but I can read you an older version. It has a few last vaginas in it, like 5. Let's see. I think it used to be called Mothers of Beauty. Okay, yes, The Last Vagina. Any condition of being before the realization that we die is inauthentic, Heidegger said, like an old man begrudging chickens their playtime with children. And Wallace Stevens said, death is the mother of beauty. But I have exquisite dreams where my ovaries and fallopian tubes bloom like irises. The mother of death is beauty. Mother, beauty, death, beauty, mother. Let's drop the death part out, my beauty mother. Joy and grief are transient, and the word vagina could replace the word generation. For 29 mothers ago is 29 vaginas ago. 30 grandmothers ago is 30 vaginas ago. And when from her body's stolid commitments, her raging lust, and her defiance of the dust bowl, you sprang, ringing your bell down 29 rungs of the ladder. You made your leap from the last vagina to her 2 hands, and from there to the metal scale, the washcloth, the cotton blanket, her breast, amazing grace, her breast, your pause, your place. Do you remember? How many vaginas back do y'all remember? I remember my mother, Veronica, and then her mother, the vagina before her, Volley, and the vagina before her, Charlotte. So I basically can go 3 vaginas back. And I have never had anyone in an audience who could remember more than 3 or 4 of their mother vagina names. Anyone here? More?
More names
Can you
or the
check
actual
it?
person?
More, even they're just their names.
I know their names because my grandmother was a genealogist. That's the only reason why.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can do 3.
You can do 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to remember. There's so many. We have come through so many. How lucky we are. My mother taught me to stud an orange with 30 cloves, pierce the rind with sharp hooked points, thread a ribbon through the navel, and swing it on an empty hanger. In 6 months, the orange dries, shrinks, hollows out cheekbones, and wood spears rain down, treasure hail on the tile floor. How long did it take you to collect the essence you protect, clove? How long to grow your calyx, dry your petals? Fervent little 4-pronged flower spear, how do you have the soul to summon up and conjure my old mother? Make her stand and sway, eyes closed in the upstairs closet, stroking my old coats. Did y'all learn to make those, putting the clothes in the orange? So many good things. I'm going to read a poem that I actually made from, and this is the last one I'll read before welcoming Emily to the stage. My mother has written down her dreams basically every morning for more than 30 years. And it took her 40 years to leave a relationship of just intense domestic violence with my father. And 30 of those years she spent trying to leave in her dreams. And her dream landscapes were just these incredible allegories. And finally, her dream world made it possible for her to find an exit. And she recently gave me, at my request, the files that have all of her dreams for the last 30 years. So I am going to make something with them, and I don't know what. But I opened up her dream file and took some words and then made this poem, which may make no sense whatsoever. It's my first effort. 4 soundtracks to a dream. Animals always break my mother's heart in dreams. New dream animals stream out from the break in her heart and mine. Dreams, when written down, will always attract their sequels. I never remember talking out loud to my grandmother. The notes of the song in her long white hair come clearer and clearer as my memory rinses out. She used spider webs like clothesline to hang her extra hands on. She never wore high heels. My songs, when I try to sing, smell of moss and water, with green baby snakes wiggling through, green baby snakes on my mother's wrists, green baby snakes that are my little brother. Water is bobbing along with snakes and red cherry tomatoes thrown in, red cherry tomatoes that are books the snakes want to eat, but they pierce with their teeth and carry them for miles instead. My mother tells me a story from my grandmother. She said, one day my heart was locked in my knee, the cranium of the leg. The knee with no heart was my heart's bodyguard. I was dancing and twirling and asking for sheet music to sing along to because my feet hurt and I was scared. My bad knee is always involved in bending, locking, and unlocking feelings. So, would it ever let me get somewhere? Dreams sing with the tongue of a water snake sizzling in the cast iron pan of my grandmother. If she kills it, she eats it. I respect this rule. We spin, and animals leap out of the new and old heartbreaks. It's grand to dance together and watch my grandmothers and great-grandmothers turn into animals and watch the animals come home. Thank you.
Thank you.
And before Malvern introduces Emily, aka Kristin Anderson, I just want to rep for her and give her props that she is such an incredible backbone and pillar of the feminist poetry community nationwide. And she has all sorts of weekly things on the web that give people succor and give people faith and keep them going on, keep them motivated as poets. Writing and putting it out there. It's so true. So thank you, Emily, for all of your literary citizenship.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.